You're listening to Community Forum on KCCC 930 AM, sponsored by Eddy County, honoring God, country, and family, thriving with industry since 1889.
Thank you for listening to Community Forum. My name's Johnny Chandler. I'm the owner of KCCC 930 AM and the host of Community Forum. And with me today is a couple of fine members from the Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce. We're going to start with Jeannie Watson. Jeannie Watson is an Age-Friendly Communities Council Executive Board Member. And J.W. Sutphin, Director of Retirement.
Yes.
How are you?
Well, good morning. It's great to be here.
Good. So we have, promoted the Green Chili Cheeseburger Contest before. That was last year, right? The first annual Eddy County Green Chili Cheeseburger Contest. Is that what last year's was called?
Yes, it was.
All right. So we're back for a second year.
It was so fun and so successful. We had a ball, and it's going to be, we believe, an annual event. So we're looking forward to the second annual Green Chili Cheeseburger Contest.
I think that's great. And it's like a really nice an annual tradition that you just started, which I think is great. And I'm just going to sidetrack. I had the Carlsbad Community Anti-Drug and Gang Coalition on recently, and for the first year ever, they did that prom potty thing. It's incredibly successful, right? They now have started an annual tradition every year.
I love it. Those are the things that Carlsbad needs, and we're excited about this new one and real happy to be able to bring a family-friendly event to Carlsbad. It's going to be held, as you know, over Father's Day weekend on Saturday evening, June the 17th. Starts at 5 o'clock. It'll run through 9, but we're just real excited, and we want you to all bring the family, come out and have a great time.
I think that sounds awesome. I don't know if there is a better thing that you could do for a Father's Day weekend than taking Dad out to the beach and having a green chili cheeseburger,
Well, the other thing is we're going to have a lot of things for the kids, too.
Okay.
So we are opening the water park from 6 to 8 to the first 100 people that show up. So bring your kids and run over, and, they're going to have a lot of fun at the water park, while the rest of us can tour all around. We're going to have different vendors there. So there's just a lot of things that are going to be going on. Yeah,
so different vendors, plenty of food trucks. There'll definitely be green chili cheeseburgers, but I assume if you're not interested in a green chili cheeseburger, they'll probably have something else to offer you. The trucks.
Plenty of things for sure.
Great. So family-friendly event. So this is an alcohol-free event, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, good. That's important to note. And the competition for the green chili cheeseburger starts at 5 p.m. and goes to 7 p.m. We'll get into the details of that in a minute, JW. And the music is going to be at the gazebo, that wonderful, and it's pretty new. It's a new gazebo still, I would say. That's a real beautiful gazebo next to the water park, correct?
Yes. It is right there on premises, and it's a beautiful venue.
That's right. So not to be confused with the band shell. This is the gazebo. You'll see it. And the Charlie Ingram Band is going to play from 7 to 9. And then from 6 to 8, the first 100 people to the water park is complimentary.
Complimentary. We're happy to be able to do that for the kids.
How can we do that? Let's get into who makes that possible. We can never mention sponsors and the great community businesses that make this possible enough.
You're right, and we're real privileged this year to have Simcoe as our main sponsor. We do have a couple of other sponsors too, but they're bringing the majority of all the things that make this happen to the forefront. We're also going to have Sutherland's is donating a grill, so we're going to have raffle tickets available, just $1. So we have that. And then JW's going to talk about a couple of other sponsors that we have going on as well.
Okay.
So Mark Castillo has stepped in with Comfort Suites, and they're going to be the water sponsor. Last year, if you'll remember, it was really hot.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's going to be hot again. I mean, we know that.
So something we want to provide. There'll be plenty of vendors. Actually, the Grizzly Bear Lady will be there with her lemonade.
Okay. Yeah.
We're looking at a snow cone place, but water is essential, and they're going to provide it. All you have to do is walk up.
So you do not have to worry about bringing your own ozone-filtered bottle of water to the park, right? Like, there'll be a bottle of water for you.
They will have it chilled for everyone, yes.
Excellent. That's wonderful. I was like, and that's cool. And I know that they offer that a lot. I know that at Cavern Fest last year, there's free water, and we're just in an environment where you have to have water.
Yeah, absolutely.
What was the temperature last year? Do you remember?
Hot.
It was hot.
It's like 100 probably.
The week before, Cavern Fest set records for the hottest weekend that we've had.
Yeah, that's right.
And we were really sweating it out, and we had a few clouds and stuff. So we were in the 90s. We weren't anywhere close to the triple digits like they had.
Right. But humidity's down here. It's been high lately, too.
So we do have the pavilions are set there. There's plenty of shade.
Yeah.
The trees are maturing.
Oh, yeah.
So there's plenty of areas in that that you can cool off.
No, there's lots of shade structures by the water park. There's shade structures at the beach. There's shade structures on the island. Take a trip across the new bridge. right?
that's fantastic,
Go to President's
yes.
Park. There's more shade. Go visit the local restaurant over there, cool off. You know what I mean? There's just a lot of options down there, I think, and I think it should be a nice evening.
It should be a great crowd. And I also want to mention that the new
Miniature golf course.
the miniature
Oh,
golf
yeah,
course is
yeah.
now open, and
Yeah.
so if you plan an afternoon, make sure you carve out some time to go do that as well.
There's only $5 a person, and it
great.
moves quick too. I mean, like
It
it's
is
like you
great.
won't be waiting a long time, even though it might be kind of crowded. I was over there when Steve Stucker was in town, right, when he was saying his farewell tour, and the miniature golf course is just incredible, and all the students playing on it has had the best time. You know, yeah, it's just it's incredible down there actually when you think about all that you can do and the ease of walking across the river now. I know that the chamber played a role in helping that happen and making that a reality, you know, and so thank you guys for that because that's really just made the whole place a lot better.
We're real proud to be a part of that. That new snack shack is also opening up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Right
So
away.
it'll be open for June 17th for sure, but it's going to open Memorial Day weekend.
Yes,
right, because
correct.
that's when it really kicks off.
She's open now.
Oh, she's officially open now. Great. Cool. Do you know what her hours are going to be by any chance? Because we drove by there on a Monday recently, and they weren't open. But I can understand not being open on a Monday.
They're closing it at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And then that Memorial Day weekend, that will change. So they'll be open later. I think it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's great. And so the paddleboard rentals and other stuff like that. Now the chamber boats, the boats that are parked there, they're just going to park there, right? Are you offering boat tours up and down the river at all as part of this service yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
No, but
They're looking at
to
something.
come maybe.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, it's a great service down there. I've obviously known the family that ran it for a very, very, very long time, you know, and so it's great to see like a younger generation kind of take this over and make it its own as well. You know, all right. Enough of the compliments, right? I'm complimenting you guys a lot, and we really need to talk about the green chili cheeseburger contest. At JW last year, you kind of learned a few things, right? You always learn something and improve on a second annual because you have the first one. Sometimes you don't learn it until you live it, right? So, kind of tell us a little bit about what we're doing this year that's different to maybe make the competition even more fair.
Sure. Last year we had 8 vendors, and about 7 of them had their own setup.
Yeah.
They had their own food trucks and stuff. So they were busy trying to sell their food, and then we would call them up at a particular time, and then they would just sit and make one particular burger for the judges and stuff. And so we had a couple in tents. We had a couple that had really nice rigs. They had trailers. So they were focused on kind of maybe making more money and stuff. So this year, when you get on TV and you watch a competitive show, they start everybody out on an even kill. So we kind of sat back and thinking, you know, maybe we should do it. Maybe this person's intimidated when somebody pulls up with a $40,000 rig. So we wanted to go in
Yeah,
and
sure. No, absolutely. Because the more professional it looks, you know what I mean? It's intimidation that goes all the way down to high school athletics, right?
So we wanted to, and we also had a little bit of problems with a couple of people couldn't compete because they didn't have the food handler's license, and there was other things involved with the city that prevented them. You have to have a tent that's set up on 3 sides. So someone.
Oh, with like literally like a plastic wall on 3 sides. I mean, I know what tent you're referencing, but really?
Yes, and that is part of the health regulations and
Okay.
stuff with the city.
Yeah.
So someone's not going to go out and spend $300 on a tent to have a 5-minute grill cheeseburger and stuff. So we wanted to take all that into effect. So this year we decided to provide the grill, provide that type of structure.
Yeah.
And so we went out and talked with Sutherland's, and we purchased a couple of the Blackstone flat
Oh,
grills.
yeah. Well, the Blackstone, the flat grill is the way to go when it
Yes.
comes to burgers, guys,
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think the last time I was here a month or so ago, you had mentioned that most professional cooks love that because they can squash down their burger. They
Yeah,
can do
exactly.
a lot of times with the grill and the charcoal, you start and It
gets stuck, go through. Now, everybody likes really nice grill lines on their steaks, right? To show that it was cooked on an open flame grill, which is fine. But the flat grill is what is like traditionally or very well used, right? The burners, if you will, on that grill and that stuff, those are used for the other dishes, for the pastas and kind of stuff like that, right? For the burgers, you got to be able to press it down. Yeah. Otherwise, it won't fit the bun, or it'll just come all up and be like the small little ball of meat and not really kind of what you want, all burger places, the most famous fast food burger places, they just have, it's a nice wide kind of a thin patty, but that's what people kind of like, or we've been trained to like that. I don't really know for sure, but yeah. So the Blackstone is the key, right? It really, and it doesn't have to be a Blackstone. They just own the market, so that's why we call them that.
Yeah, no. So it was good to hear from a couple of the competitors and stuff. So we are going to provide the grills. We will provide the tent, and that will be approved by the health department and stuff. So basically, at 4:30 we'll meet, and then we will draw numbers to see who goes first. So we'll have 2 grills set up at 5 o'clock, and we may stagger them like at 5, 5:10, 5:20.
Yeah, sure thing.
And then they'll have 15 or 20 minutes to come in and present their burger, bring it in with the cooler and all the condiments and stuff that they need, and we'll have the grill cleaned off for them. We'll have it heated up to a proper temperature, and they'll be able to come in and put it together, concentrate and focus just on that particular burger for the judges.
Right.
And then the judges won't know whose particular burger they're cooking. So they will have 20 minutes, and then we'll get it over there to the judges.
Okay. So what about in that 20 minutes? Do I have the opportunity to just make as many hamburgers as I can in that 20 minutes and then decide which one of those that I made to present to the judges?
Absolutely.
Right. I mean, so it's not just one beef patty that I'm focusing on. So I mean, sometimes maybe the first one got something happened. You're like, oh my God. So then, you come back and so, yeah. So, I mean, if you can cook 10 burgers in 20 minutes, by all means, go right ahead and then pick and choose, huh?
That's the best way to do it. We've had a lot of the chefs and competitors ask if they could do that, and we said absolutely.
Right. Yeah, sometimes, I mean, and it's really a competition. They're trying to go for perfection here, right? And so sometimes that first one, maybe they're even a little nervous too, right? And they got a lot of people watching them, and who knows what happens, So there's a lot of variables to something as sensitive as cooking a green chili cheeseburger.
Yeah, and I think Jeannie is set up. We've got a DJ coming by, and one of the things that we didn't do last year, we weren't able to interview that person while they were cooking. And Jeannie walks around, talks to them, and wants to know maybe they can give us their secret ingredient. Maybe they have a certain way to grill stuff. So Jeannie's really good about trying to pry that out for us.
So you want to do a live action interview while the chef's cooking?
Well, possibly.
No, I think it's kind of neat, right? So, I mean, the DJ's there, a wireless microphone will be really easy. It's not like you need that much, right? And then I'm not going to tell you my secret ingredient, but I'll tell you it's tasty, right? You know what I mean? But yeah, I think that could be a little commentary in the middle of it. You could actually feel the stress a little bit of what they're going through and kind of sweating it out. I like the improvements already. That sounds kind of fun.
Oh, that's great. We do too.'re excited.
Yeah, that's excellent stuff. So big shout out to Simcoe, Comfort Suites for the water.
With the water.
Sutherland's for their support in the raffle.
Actually, Sutherland's has donated a grill.
Nice.
And we'll raffle that off. You can purchase tickets now. You can purchase tickets on
at the event.
Day.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You have to be there to win this one. And it's about a $600 grill.
Nice.
And
wow, that's a big grill.
Yeah.
Do you know how many burners it is? Did you get all specific? Did you really get into the details of this grill? Or, for $600, that's got to be one of the more spectacular ones, I would think.
I'm not that familiar with grills. It's a propane grill.
Yeah.
It's a 3-burner. And, of course, it has the 2 shelves.
Yeah.
The warming.
Mm-hmm.
So,
as a man that likes to grill, I get excited about grills, JW.
Yes.
Well, and we thought that the grill was an appropriate Father's Day raffle prize, right?
Oh, it's incredible.
Every father wants to know how to grill.
Right.
And they do grill, and that's just what they do. And so to be able to raffle one away on Father's Day weekend, we thought would be perfect.
I think you have to be present to win.
Yes, you have to be present to win. We didn't raise the ticket prices any. Tickets are
$1. What time are you going to do the raffle?
We're going to do it right after we announce the winner. So between 6:30 and 7 before the band kicks off.
Okay.
Will be when all the activities all come to head.
So I can go to the chamber and buy a raffle ticket. I can buy a raffle ticket up until the time of the announcement, essentially.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can I buy a raffle ticket online, or is this like just an in-person deal?
From all of the members of the committee, so we're all over the board, also from the Chamber of Commerce, but we'll be out selling tickets. So if you don't run into anyone, be sure you can get them at the Chamber.
What's the money being raised for? The dollar raffle, right? If it's $1 ticket, what are you guys going to do with the cash?
It helps to offset the cost that we are
Got
using
it.
to
The sponsors aren't paying for everything. They're
Exactly.
huge help, not possible without them, but there are some costs associated with events like this.
Correct.
Okay, cool. I mean, the Chamber does so much good stuff. You guys could use a little funding to offset some of this. So we got free admission. Think about down there. There's so much to do down there already, even if you don't really provide a whole lot. I mean, it's fun for the whole family. You have some vendors, you have some stuff going on, but you got the splash pad, the water park, the river, the basketball courts, the cornhole. I mean, there's so much going on down there that it's just a perfect location because there's so many other options already to really just be entertained.
Yeah. One of the other changes we made from last year, we didn't have any vendors come in last year to sell. So this year we expect to have some other activities, some activities for the kids, some houses and slides and stuff, try to keep them cooled off a little bit. But we're also, Lee's Bakery is going to be there, and hopefully she's going to be cooking up she had a green chili cheeseburger cupcake last year.
Wow.
That everybody
Really?
flipped over.
Yes.
Yes. So maybe some cookies, some type of bakery goods in that particular area. She's coming in. Beat It Up Boutique is going to be there.
Yeah.
They've already committed, and of course we have Grizzly Bears is going to be there. Chef Andrea is coming back. Has made a name for herself over the last year. She's cooked several events. She is so excited to be. She took third place last year. She's almost sure she can win first place.
Okay.
So she is absolutely. She has a new van coming in, vendor truck that she is going to debut in the next week or two. And so she's really excited. Gray Cat, which is Jed. Jed is a policeman with our police department, of course. And he heard about it on Friday. First thing Monday morning, he's in there signing up to be a competitor. And I said, do you realize that the sheriff's department is actually going to be the judges? And he just stunned a little bit. And I said, just don't drive up in your car. I wouldn't dress up in your. I said, do you get along with the sheriff's department? Oh, absolutely. We don't have a problem. So
Right.
he is committed. GNC, Charlie was back from last year. He's going to be in it this year. And of course, Mr. Frink was in yesterday from the culinary school, and he has two of his students. The student that was there last year is going to be out of town.
Oh,
So
well, good luck. Good for everybody else. They have a chance to win now.
yes, everybody can breathe. So they've already, just to give everybody a heads up, they are already trying out different recipes
Oh, yeah.
for this. So last year, the gentleman that won, it took him 3 weeks to perfect that burger. And his parents were so glad after it was over with. They every night.
Like, how many of
were
these can I
sampling,
eat? Yeah.
2 or 3. And so he finally perfected it, and that's what he brought to the table, and he absolutely blew everybody else away. They were really impressed. Do you remember the ingredients that he had last year?
They had just come back from a family trip to Hawaii. Right. And so his secret ingredient was actually a thin slice of pineapple.
Right. Okay.
On the burger, and it added just a whole different element.
He had teriyaki sauce. He had perfected that over the week or two that they had brought back, and so I think he grilled the green chili and put that within the pineapple and put soy sauce over that.
Oh, okay. Right.
One of the secrets. So if anybody can top that, we'd love to see it.
Well, I have to just give a shout out to Trace Allen. That was our winner last year from the CHS culinary team. And we're disappointed in one sense, of course, that he's not going to be here to compete. But I can assure you the other students are a little bit elated in one sense. So two girls from the culinary team have teamed together to come up with that other, hopefully perfect winning green chili cheeseburger this year.
Okay. Oh, that is impressive. I'm very curious as to what they're going to dream up. I like a traditional green chili cheeseburger. I'm not one for much of the fanciness and the changes, but I mean, I've never would have thought of green chili and pineapple and soy sauce together.
Yes, and the rest of us were kind of blown away.
Yeah, right.
I've been following the New Mexico State Fair green chili contest
right.
over the last couple of years and trying to figure out maybe what some of their secrets and stuff were. And so someone that comes in and makes a good green chili cheeseburger at their particular facility or restaurant probably not going to win this thing. Again, 3 or 4 of these cooks that come in, again, they're preparing for this 2 or 3 weeks in advance,
right.
and every night they're grilling a different type of burger. They're trying different ingredients. Some people are roasting their chili.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have a way of grilling it a certain way. So all those factors go into.
Well, it's a custom event, right? It's not like it's not a mass produced green chili cheeseburger event, right? When you think about, let's think about a great local New Mexico restaurant and green chili cheeseburgers, right? Blake's Lotaburger, right? It's a New Mexico local. It's great. We all love it, right? It's a good green chili cheeseburger with the cheese or whatever you want to do. But is it going to win a green chili cheeseburger contest? I'm not 100% sure. It's a mass produced green chili cheeseburger, which is great. But does it give you the custom and the uniqueness that you're looking for at one of these contests, you know?
And I want to tell you, Johnny, that there are several different important criteria that these chefs have to take into consideration in order to rack up the possible 100 points.
All right, share some of that with me. So it's a 100-point grading scale.
It is.
All right.
It is. And so presentation is big, you know. So does it look appealing? So the moment that and I got to be one of the runners that took that cheeseburger right over to the sheriff's department and cut it up and watched.
Yeah, because the judges don't get to know.
Not at all.
So they don't even see the person cooking
Not
it,
at
right? They
all.
can't because
This
then.
is- Yeah, for example.
Because maybe they like Chef Andrew more than the average person, right? Or something like that.
Right.
Or I'm always going to support the high school kid. So it's better that they don't know who it is.
We eliminate all of those things. So all they know is this is contestant number 1. And so we have
Right.
that on the burgers. So presentation, they're going to take a look at it before we slice it up and give them all a bite. So that's a 15-point score. Taste, of course. Taste is the most important thing, and they get 30 points for that. So grade the burger for the overall flavor. And then texture. Is it juicy? Is it dry? They get 10 points for that.
Okay.
Green chilies, the taste and the heat. And that's sort of a subjective thing.
It is.
but
The heat is
remember,
subjective.
We live in southern New Mexico, and everybody here loves a little heat. So
A little more mild than up north, though, I can assure you that.
yes,
They like it a
yes.
little hotter up north. Yeah.
And then cheese. Does the cheese work well with the burgers? So they have the ability to choose whatever cheese they want that complements whatever the style is. That gives them 10 points. And then this is a neat one, creativity. So we had a lot of creative entrants last year, and I think they're going to get real creative again this year. So they get 20 points for how creative was the chef.
So creativity is encouraged.
Yes,
Right. So I
for
mean,
sure.
traditional green chili cheeseburger, you might win, but you'd have to win on all the other merits because your creativity numbers would be fairly low, simply as a result of a green chili cheeseburger is not. It's great, but it's not creative, right? So you need to add something to it. It's a real challenge. You guys are really challenging these chefs, I think, for sure. Now, JW, you mentioned the state green chili cheeseburger, the state fair green chili cheeseburger contest, right? And they started out years and years ago, and they were pretty loose on the rules. You can tell year after year, they always kind of improve their process as well, right? You cannot even compete in a green chili cheeseburger contest at the state fair unless you own a brick and mortar restaurant. You cannot have a food truck, right? So they've added that criteria for whatever reason, I don't know, but they have, and probably just to try to limit it to some degree.
Well, I think the bragging rights is there. So the winner of that particular contest is going to be inundated over the next few months.
Yeah, overwhelming.
Everyone to try that. So if you are a independent chef, then it's going to be kind of hard to do.
Yeah, you just wouldn't
and
even-
they have 20, 30 entrants. I think they start 3 weeks in advance, and they have 10 contestants. They will it to 2. The next week, 10. They will it to 2. So then they take the final overall.
Oh, okay.
For at the state fair and stuff. So something we may look at next year. We think this is really, really growing and stuff, and I think we would like to have an amateur contest, a professional contest, and then we'd like to bring the kids involved. And
Yeah, that'd
maybe
be cool.
next year bring in a contest just a particular time for 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, and have them come in and make it a little bit bigger.
How did you, Jeannie, how'd you guys gauge how many people showed up last year? Because there's no entrance fee, right? The people can just come and go as they want. So, like, how was the attendance and how did you have an idea of how many people were there?
That's a great question. So we noticed, and it was a culmination of all of our opinions, which ranged all over the board. But to be honest, people were coming and going all afternoon from 5 o'clock when we got started, and then a lot of people showed up for the band at 7.
Right. And the temperature starts to get better at that time too.
It does. But we collectively thought we had well over 1,500.
Nice.
Yeah.
We know how many people were at the water park.
Of course,
they
right.
gave water bins and stuff. So over the course, I took photographs early in the day, middle of the day, and we actually, at one particular point at 5 o'clock, I took pictures, and we could tell how many people were on the field. And then at 7 o'clock, and then we knew exactly how many people showed up to see Charlie Ingraham. The reason we got started last year was every Saturday night they have a different concert.
Right.
And it's a beautiful venue. And you can even take your kayak and go back behind and listen to the music. And people don't realize. And we kept seeing 10 or 15 people show up. Maybe the family would show up for the band and stuff. So there wasn't a big enough draw. So we wanted to help improve that. So we wanted to do the green chili cheeseburger contest in conjunction with that.
Right.
So we know that we had a couple hundred people just to watch him. And obviously he improves his.
Right.
And when you're playing in front of 10 people, you have a little bit of enthusiasm, but when you have 200 or 300 people, it's a little bit different story.
Right.
It brings a little bit more.
Well, we are starting to come up close on time. Just as a heads up there, this is a pre-recorded segment, folks. So by the time that this is aired, all vendors are hooked up. As far as like wanted to compete, things of that nature. So it'll all be closed. But you should go to Lake Carlsbad, the beach, on June 17th, starting at 5 p.m. That's when the competition starts, 5 to 7. Very organized, very equal and fair footing this year for sure. I wonder if those high school kids are going to be able to do it again. I don't know. I'm excited.
I wouldn't give them any, I think that they've got what it takes, and I think all the other chefs may be a little bit intimidated. If they're not, they should be.
Right. That's what I guess they say, don't sleep on the high school kids. Don't pass them over. Sure. They are definitely coming.
But I will tell you, I think this first contest really woke up a lot of chefs, and they went, wow, I need to step up my game, or wow, sort of opened up their eyes. And so I'm anticipating an even greater amount of creativity and just real pay attention to this burger, because I think it's a serious contest now.
Right.
You're not going to be able to show up on Saturday night and just put a burger on the grill and expect to win.
Right.
These kids they're in school. They're there for a reason. And I think Chef Andrea is going to be testing everything out weekly. I don't know. I do know that I talked to Becky Thompson last week, and she's very interested. She has been well known around town as having the best green chili cheeseburger for years. She does all the concessions out at Bobby Forest Sports Complex. Obviously, she was original owner of Becky's.
Right.
And she loves the idea of coming in and just cooking one particular burger. So she's committed. She wants to do it if it can work in her schedule. So everyone may need to step up their game.
No, the best of the best.
Yes.
I want to mention, you can't discount our second place winner, Justin Angel, who has a wonderful food truck at Wells Fargo called Big Dogs.
Oh, yeah.
Came in very filled with excitement, and he was in second place. So he's a huge contender. He is coming back again this year.
Yes.
So you've got to give him every bit of credibility as well.
All right.
All these contestants, they're all kicking up their game, and none of them can be discounted.
And every one of them pretty much has an option for you to enjoy their food outside of the green chili cheeseburger contest day.
Yes.
Which is important for you guys to realize, right? We support local all the time. Support local to that day, June 17th, of course. But, go eat it at Big Dogs by Wells Fargo when you're that part of town every once in a while, right? Also visit Chef Andrea. She's all over the place. You know what I mean? Her social media tells you where she's at all the time. And then every other just business kind of in general that's local specifically, we want to support.
Absolutely.
Yeah, GNC will be back. Charlie will be back. He's well known. He does quite a few events. Tex-Mex has called us. Tex-Mex is the one that last year, they are the ones that bring in the roasted corn. So that was really popular. I think Tex-Mex, not to give out any flubs, but I think Tex-Mex was the one that had a really good burger, but they forgot the cheese.
Oh, well, I mean,
And that was one of the
little critical, or kind of like under the grading criteria when
So
it's not
again,
green chili
yeah,
burger contest,
yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah.
So I think what might help with the changes that we're doing this year, what happened, whoever it was, it doesn't matter, but what happened was that they were so busy in their food truck, and then their number came up, and we had to remind them, you've got 5 minutes to submit that burger, or we're looking
Right.
for it. They're like, oh, yeah. And they were really, really hurried. And so this is going to eliminate all of that.
Right. I like the changes. Exciting. I imagine that we'll be talking about it when it's the 10th annual Green Chili
Well,
Cheeseburger
we
Contest.
certainly hope so.
Exactly. So let me recap because we're gonna call it on this segment. Second annual Green Chili Cheeseburger Cook-Off. Right. Fun for the whole family. Food truck vendors, free admission. This is on Saturday, June 17th at the Carlsbad Beach Park. Just, I guess I'll say the address, 708 Park Drive. Right. Competition starts at 5 p.m. and it goes till 7. Identical setups. There's going to be 2 of them. Every competitor gets about 20 minutes to put their burger together. There's going to be some exciting burgers there. You'll get the opportunity to purchase some of those burgers later from some of those vendors if you wanted. We're going to have music at the Gazebo, so we're teaming up with the Summer Concert Series.
Yes.
Right? The Gazebo, Charlie Ingraham Band.
Ingraham. Yes.
Ingraham is going to be there. That's from 7 to 9. Water Park is open from 6 to 8. The first 100 people are free. And let's not forget the sponsors. We're going to give you guys, obviously, some credit. Age-friendly Carlsbad, right? Carlsbad Chamber of Commerce. Simcoe, which is a new named organization for us in the community, so we're excited about them. And then Sutherland's as well for providing the equipment and having a really awesome raffle. So this is great, guys. This is a wonderful. I hope that everybody can make it out on Saturday, June 27th for just a great free event.
June 17.
What did I say?
That's okay. You said June 27.
Why did I do that?
It's Father's Day weekend, Saturday night. That's easy to remember.
Saturday night, Friday, June 17th.
There we go.
5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Music at the Gazebo from 7 to 9 with Charlie Ingraham.
Yes.
All right. I think I got that right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. We really appreciate you.
You're listening to Community Forum on KCCC 930 AM, sponsored by Eddy County, honoring God, country, and family, thriving with industry since 1889.